Welcome back to Card Corner. Today we are doing an unboxing and review of the Article, Thermal, Databend 8, and Collage playing cards from Missing New York. The big ones. All right, here we have the Collage, the Databend 6, the Article, and the Thermal playing cards. The Thermal I got on my own. The Collage was gifted to me by my friend Billy, and the Databend 6 and the Article were gifted to me by Nathan himself from Missing. So thank you so much to my friends who gave me these decks. Let's just jump right into it. I think we're gonna start with the Thermal. It's got a pull tab, so you can open your cards nice and easily. We get a classic Missing tuck box, just says Missing Thermal 1 of 1000. And all along the sides of the tuck box, we get that thermal design. And these were made by USPCC. There's one of the back designs. So as many of you may know, this is the first deck in their infrared line. These are pictures taken throughout New York using a thermal camera. So every single back design is a different collage of pictures, which is super, super cool. To start off the deck, we get the classic Missing sort of uncut sheet-esque card, Thermal Missing 1 of 1000. And then we get this kind of Windows pop-up card that says some files are missing or modified in the link panel. Would you like to update them now? Haha, get it? Because their name is missing. Here's the Ace of Spades, this big morphy, melty, candle waxy, lava lamp looking type of spade with all of those thermal colors in there. And we also get a Missing logo that also has different shades of green and blue and purple. As is traditions, we get squares of back design in the pips. These ones in particular are going to be really colorful and really different from one another because of how different each back design is. Here are the court cards. Again, just a mesh of those thermal colorways in the clothing. Super, super pretty, very cool. Like a lot of classic Missing decks, the red suits are black as well. We get some more squares of back design in the 2 of clubs and the 3 of diamonds. The 7 of clubs is the 7 in this deck that's missing a pip. Here are the rest of the court cards. And finally, we get some classic Nathan and Leo jokers. Ooh, such pretty fans. Oh, not gonna say too much. We got a lot of decks to go through, but obviously super, super colorful deck. Very, very pretty. I think this is the best infrared deck in the series. I was a big fan of the Philly deck. The Chicago deck was cool, but not as striking, obviously, because it was all in black and white. The Philly deck mainly only featured oranges and yellows. Having things like these greens and blues really makes this deck pop out and pretty. So it's definitely my favorite in the line. Let's just jump into the other decks though. All right, here we have the Article deck, the Article and the Jester deck. 2 decks I feel like people don't talk about enough. I reviewed the Jester deck on my channel already if you'd like to check that out. I thought it was a really, really cool deck of cards. And I also think this is a killer looking deck of cards. It's got a pull tab so you can open your cards nice and easily. Before we continue with this review, if you liked this video, please make sure to like it. It really helps out my channel. And of course, if you'd like to see more playing card content and reviews, you should subscribe. You can even hit the bell button to get notified when new videos drop. Back to the review. There's the back design. Whoa. These feel different. It says right here, USPC, these almost feel like a smooth finish deck. I wonder if these are smooth finish. Wow. Yeah, these are really, really smooth. That's some crazy lore that I didn't know about. To start off the deck, we just get a plain Missing ad card. All right, we get a fucking gaff card, the 11 of diamonds. Here's the Ace of Spades. Really, really cool, intricate. It's almost like gothic, you know? As always, we get pieces of back design in the pips. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. not enough people talk about the article deck. We get these really cool cutouts of newspaper type things, and it's just really, really cool looking. Oh my God. Like, look at that lady, dude. That's so dope. These are dope, dude. Get the f out of here. Oh, I love me some vintage looking news cutouts with some really old impossible prices. $2.79, what costs $2.79? Nothing. These are really, really cool. Not much else I can say. I'm just gonna keep saying how cool this deck is. For the red pips, they are all gray. The squares of back design with the gray pips in particular is really cool. I love how the pips kind of just blend right into the design. We get some sort of vintage ad here. It's the bubbles and the flakes that distinguish Post Toasties. The f*** are Post Toasties? Ah, these are gorgeous, dude. I'm loving these. Here are some more of those really cool court cards. $18.50. That was like $100 back then. The 7 of clubs is the 7 in this deck that's missing a pip. We get this kind of like floor layout plan right here. Without the former, the latter may come. The New York City General Agency. Look at these hats, brother. I don't know what this is. I don't want to know what this is. This is nightmare fuel. A lady and her gentleman caller. And finally, here are the jokers. Just some kiddos with a gun and sword. That's what kids like. War. This is possibly the coolest deck that Missing New York has ever made, brother. These are like definitely smooth finish. I don't think I'm tripping. These are smooth finish. Also, this back design is nutty, dude. So cool. Just take a moment and really just study this back design. So much going on. Wow, those are sick. All right, moving on. All right, let's do the Databends. Edition 6, but also the first edition that they put out. Because they're crazy like that. Oh my God. So this is missing Databend edition 6. And of course, all along the sides of the tuck box here, we get that Databend glitch design. There is the back design. Super cool. Just these electric shades of blue and purple and slightly pink as well. This is a gorgeous back design. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, brother. To start off the deck, we get the classic Databend extra card. Whoa. We get their classic TV card in the Databend line. This one's black and white though. Very interesting. There's the Ace of Spades. Love these long streaks that we get here. Super cool. Here's one of the back design squares. Again, love these like lines that we get. Super cool. The 7 of Spades is the 7 missing the pip in this deck. Here are the court cards. They're perfect, brother. Again, just all those glitchy lines with these purples and blues and pinks. We get more squares of back design throughout the deck. We get more glitched out court cards. And we get glitched out Nathan and Leo jokers. What a banger, dude. This might be my new favorite Databend deck. I really enjoy the orange and the red editions. Those with this one, definitely top 3. Top 3 best Databends. Super cool. The Big Fish. The winning bass, dude. On the front of the tuck box, it says Collage, 1 of 1,000, missing. And we get that collage design all throughout the sides of the tuck box here. Oh, god damn, there it is. The deck that started it all, brother. Iconic back design, obviously. We get huge shards and rips of colorful paper making this beautiful collage. Wicked cool. Ooh, I like that little stripe we get there. God, I miss how like colorful and multicolored Missing used to be. Missing, bring back the multicolor back designs. All right, to start off the deck, we get this card. A whole bunch of these decks are missing cards. I will have an entire list for you once I finish going through the rest. There were a lot of decks to go through. Do you have the missing cards there? Lady Jane? Huh? Oh, we get a response. Ralph didn't help us. Evelyn didn't help us. Maybe if we bought Evelyn flowers, that would have made a difference? Waller? Huh?
Who are you people?
The fuck is any of this? There's the ace of spades. Love it. Perfect. Shards of paper making up the spade. Beautiful. Here is the first square of back design. Here are some of the court cards. Again, love how colorful these are. I love how many colors are in this deck. I feel like that's kind of a rarity nowadays. I feel like missing decks kind of stick to one color. Bring back the multicolors, bro. This is sick. Another square of back design in the 2 of diamonds. The 7 of diamonds is the 7 that's missing the pip in this deck. Here are more court cards. I like how sparing they are as well. I like how there's a lot of black to break it up as well. It's a very interesting and cool design choice. Here's the 6 of clubs. Love the use of the red in this one. And here are the Nathan and Leo jokers. I think it's quite fitting that these are just black, nothing else. Very simple, straightforward. Being the first deck of missing, I think that's pretty cool. Such sick, iconic decks. I am very glad that I was finally able to open these guys. I've had them for a minute. Yeah, what wonderful decks of cards. So much creativity, so much customization. Massive surprise with the article deck being smooth finish. That's crazy. Not unwelcome though. All right, I'm going to handle all of these cards for a little while, but I will be right back. All right, here are my final thoughts and review of all of these big hitters for missing. Let's start off with the article playing cards. Back design, I'll give this a 10. Insanely cool back design. I don't know if this is officially part of the Collage collection. It feels like it is. Either way, insanely cool concept, insanely cool execution of this design as well. It's gritty, black and white, grayscale. It's fire, dude. Feeling and handling. You know, I said this was a sleeper deck. I kind of understand now why I don't see a whole lot of people using it because of the fact that it is a smooth finish deck. That can be kind of an acquired taste, you know? You need to be in the mood for a smooth finish deck. On top of that, these are a bit of a thicker stock. Now, I prefer linen over smooth finish, but as far as smooth finish decks go, this is a really well handling smooth finish deck because of course it is still USPCC. I'll give the feeling and handling a 7.8. Overall theme and aesthetic, obviously this gets a 10. This is possibly one of the coolest decks that Missing has made when it comes to the customization on the court cards and the faces of this deck. Just a lot of really cool illustration going on, a lot of really cool newspaper clippings, a lot of cool vintage looks to this deck. It's incredible. That gives the article playing cards a total deck score of 9.2. God damn. All right, let's just cut the all the other decks. Thermal, Collage, Databend. Perfect 10. Oh yeah, dude. What? Were you expecting any other outcome for these decks? Back design, feeling, handling, theme, and aesthetic, they're all 10s. This is the creme de la creme for Missing, dude. Cream of the crop, the top chicken, dude. The prize-winning pumpkin at the fair, This is peak Missing right here, okay? One of the things I really like about Missing decks, like their analog deck or their pigment deck, it's a nice, like, middle ground stock. They're not super thin and flimsy, but they're not super thick and heavy either. It's a nice medium stock. They feel like butter, dude. Insanely good handling on these decks. And obviously, insanely cool designs, concepts, and these were the first editions of these concepts. The Databend series, the Collage series, the Thermal series, they all started with these decks. This is the freshest that you can get when it comes to these themes and ideas, and the decks are decked out.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Insanely pretty, vibrant colors through a lot of these decks. Insanely well customized. They fit their theme and aesthetic perfectly. These are top dog cards. Big thank you again to Nathan from Missing for sending me these decks. as well as my boy Billy for giving me a Collage deck. Obviously, if for some reason you're unfamiliar with Missing, check out Missing. Great company, great decks. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, send my channel to a card enthusiast. Let me know down below, what do you think of the Article, Thermal, Databend 8, and Collage playing cards? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you have them? Do you not have them? Would you like to have them? And I will see you on the next one.